Hey everyone, I'm sure in the last video someone out there was like, Jabes, the damn shrine is right there. You ran right by it. Because I ran right by it. So, start. Easy peasy. Man, that's like, I'm a little let down that wasn't more. I have to remember we're not in more difficult Grim Dawn mode. Because also, I really like Elite's difficulty feel. Not so big on Ultimate's feel. Ultimate is definitely Ultimate. Okay, going down the stairs. Going in the place. Now, this place I'm actually going to look around in a lot because I don't know if there's a devotion shrine in the Tomb of the Watchers. With my Aether Ray guy, I kind of blew through this as fast as I could. So I will possibly slow down a bit to look around this place. So this video is going to be the Tomb of the Watchers and the final boss. Hopefully all at once. And then... the next video is going to be Bastion of Chaos. And then we'll get into Elite. Okay, this just looks like it loops around. Oh, how awesome is the new component stacking? I'd say that fixed all my stash issues, but like my stash is now full of like, oh, it's empowered Final March. Or it's an empowered other thing that I want to hand off to another character. At least it's not just, like, components can all fit on one shared stash page now. You don't actually need to carry them on you to do your crafting. Which is probably my favorite part. I wonder if these two notes will get me. Doot doot doot. It's unfortunate that there are a lot of doorways in this place. It's just like the Sky Shards and it's like doorways are the Sky Shards' mortal enemy. Like the final battle between good and evil is going to be Sky Shards versus a doorway. I can already tell. But I mean, I guess the advantage is that if the enemy has an ability like Sky Shards, like if it's Muzalek, you can actually use a doorway to beat him. I've only encountered in Elite Musi. I haven't actually seen any other Nemesis spawns in the higher difficulties yet. Sino, a guy in the forums, actually saw, and this is like, yeah, rip Sino. He saw Fabio with a legendary Nightblade axe. And he, I guess he really wanted the axe because he threw his corpse at Fabio a lot. So, regardless of what I do going deep on this side of the tree, or on this side of the tree, I'm going to go for squad tactics next. On the Arcana side, Elemental Balance could be a one-pointer, or really be built up, because I have the other two Iskandars built up. Conversion could also be another one-pointer, or even built up depending on how abnormal statuses come in. And then I could go to Shattered Star. But the problem with going to Shattered Star is it requires 20 points. And, like, yeah, there are 50 points available. But it's something where later on I might actually do it. But right now I don't like, because there's not a lot else, in my opinion, for this particular Arcanist to go for. Well, Battle Mage to go for. Reckless Power might work. It depends. The thing is, I don't know if he can get a lot of cooldown going because he's using a shield. But anyways, we'll see about that. Over here, I actually really like the idea of combining Maynard's Bulwark with Myvan Sphere, because this is a toggle ability now, and it has just % damage absorption like Myvan Sphere, and they don't combine together additively; it's multiplicative. So it wouldn't be like, I don't know what this ends up at when it's capped out, but let's say if it's 30 from Ivan's Sphere and 20 from this, it wouldn't be 50. It'd be like 45, something like that. But regardless of what I decide to do with this character and his trees, I'm definitely going for squad tactics next. Oh, I forgot I have a point to put in abilities. And I think I'm going to put some... Well, I don't know if I want to go with Cunning, actually. Because, what's he at? He's got 154, 154, and 314. I think I was doing 2, 1, and 1 with him. So, yeah, we'll go with a point in Cunning. We'll do, like, Cunning, and then Spirit, and then Physique. Try to repeat that. Also, Sino also told me he got a legendary off of a, like, marked rock. So I'm like, oh, so touching all the things is actually kind of beneficial now. Yeah, I mentioned in the last video clicking a lot. That's because, like, if blizzards proc, whatever's around me is basically dead. So it's like they proc just for free, and oftentimes I'll be clicking my way through dying enemies. So just a lot of clicking tends to happen. And I'll apologize again if it gets really annoying. So yeah, squad tactics has been switched to total damage and movement speed, and I kind of like it. I like that idea that you can get movement speed off an ability, and it actually makes sense when you think of squad tactics. It's about movement. I know the door is up. Like I said, we're exploring around a bit to make sure I didn't miss a shrine the first time I was in here with my other character. And yeah, I'm back to picking up every single type of component I can. Spell Sage boots. Throw them on the pile. If anyone needed to hear the sound of something hitting your shield, that was it. Oh, and actually, real quick before we go on, yeah, his devotion, we have Tsunami, Sailor's Compass, Sailor's Guide. Most of this filled in, not all of it, because I don't need all of it filled in. Solemn Watcher, and we're working on the Panther next. I also put points into the Hawk to actually get the Amatak, Spirit of Winter. And the plan is to go to either the Obelisk of Maynor for Stone Form, or the Tree of Life for Healing Rain. Depends on... It's another one of those, well, it depends on how the build's working. Ooh, look at him. He's cool looking. The reason he's not dying instantly is he's a cold guy. And again, I'm gonna kind of be looking around for shrines in here.
That skill's not ready.
You know, actually, leveling up Alexa's Flash Freeze might be fun as well. The only problem is you can't use it against bosses at all. That's sort of the like main reason it's not that great a leveling up ability. Or ability to be leveled up. Even though you can freeze the entire screen with a high level Electra's Flash Freeze. Oh, nice. They actually worked, they said they worked on the ragdoll. So it's like, oh, he just disintegrated. So, yeah, that guy just like flew in the corner. Powered Shadow's Grasp. Excuse me while I sit in the chaos thingy. My guy's tough, he can take it. I really want an empowered Nether Crown, and I think that's the only empowered thing I really have my eye on, is a Nether Crown. Marauder's Justice. See? Just free Blizzard while I'm blitzing through enemies. Love it so much. It's been my favorite legendary drop so far. Like, the only Aether legendary I've actually gotten has been a goddamn rifle. It's like the something something of souls, and it's like, it's a rifle. It's a rifle. An Aether rifle. Like, 2 of the 3 Aether abilities in the game require caster offhands, and the third is like a melee ability. Now, if the thing were a pistol, it would instantly be used based off of its stats. Even if you were to, like, pistol down the stats, I'd still probably switch out my Spellweaver and my Aether guy for it. But it's a rifle. It is therefore useless. It's an Aether rifle. Gotta make a point to say that it's an Aether rifle. Oh, he died due to Frostburn. Or so I would assume that was Frostburn. Oh, so one of the best skills for Elite Ultimate, I saw the guy pop his fire ring thing. Nullification is doing work. It does absolute work in the higher difficulties. Like, Mir Varactes does as well. Like, Mir Varactes has been the savior of my Albrecht's Aether Ray build. Is there anything breakable? Nope. Because the way I beat the Warden with my Aether Ray guy was pretty much kite him around until the mirror was back up, and then mirror him down, or wait until he has his like little openings to pot shot him with the beam occasionally. Yeah, I'm not seeing any sort of shrine down here, because we're almost at the entrance to the boss. Yeah, so for build videos, it's like, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing for the builds, because I mentioned before that, like, there's 25 more levels on top of what we have now, and that's a lot of work to get a build. And, hate that tentacle.
That skill's not ready.
You can't escape me.
Can't do that. That skill's not ready.
But also, there are a lot of items in the game at this current point in time. And, just making sure I don't have any more, okay. Making sure I don't have any more, things to read.
That skill's not ready.
I mean, I could look around here. Let's go do that real quick while I talk about builds. Excuse me. So, yeah. Like, an entire... Oh, right, because you can actually walk through that door opening, even though it's not on the map. So it's like, I got the chest piece to the legendary Dreeg set, and it's like, that's like, oh, that's the obvious set to go for a Dreeg's build. But it's like 5 legendary pieces associated with it. So it's like, are you gonna be able to get that together? Probably, with a lot of work. But it's like, for a build video, I don't actually think I'll be able to gather it up to really show it off. So it's like, yeah, some things are gonna change build video wise. Okay, there might be... I don't think there's anything right there. So no, I don't think we got a shrine in this area. So we're going into the final boss. But yeah, some builds are gonna get lots of videos based on like changes or updates, or oh, here's a new combo of things you could do. Orphet gets a new legendary. Wait, I meant to put down a portal. I guess we'll put it in the room. So our final boss here, there's Ulgrim. Hey buddy, what's up? So some people have actually had trouble with this boss, and I'm not knocking them. This boss is actually quite difficult. So Ulgrim was sucked into the void, and he summons in his Log Heron's vet. Oh, I died. So yeah, boss doesn't screw around. So he has these like chaos vortexes. He summons a crap ton of guys. He pulls in. He summons just an inordinate amount of tentacles, and it's just so much stuff you have to deal with. In addition to like the tentacles around the edges, kind of being horrible to deal with. Oops. So we're actually going to be doing a lot of like hit and run tactics here. Trying to watch my health to make sure I don't die. And he also has goddamn Doombolt. How stupid is that? Oh, there's my corpse. That's the worst part of this, is he has like an instant free damage ability. Plus everything's red, so it's like it's impossible to see this stuff sometimes. Oh, and I think we're at the phase. Oh, get out of my way. We're at the phase where the tornadoes start to move around. So you can kind of be a little safe down here, because a lot of times you'll not have to deal with his personal projectiles, but you actually have to be still really careful of what you're doing in here. Because this arena fills with crap very quickly. And I don't actually know that Warcry's working on the tentacles, which makes sense to me, totally. Ow. Nope. Died again. I think I got killed by the poison that time. I think a few tweaks would actually make this boss fight really fun. Like him not having Doombolt. Because like enemies having things like Doombolt is kind of stupid when you think about it. It's like, oh, look, the enemy can hit you for an unavoidable gear check of damage. And he can also do a stun that you can't really avoid either. Get my body. Okay, there we go. Killed him with a blizzard, an inconsequential blizzard. He's really gross. Kind of love that he's really gross. Empowered Explorer's Tunic. Neat. That's also neat. Empowered Illyrian Stabilizer. I think that's it. Though I'm confused by the apparent bridge that's down here. That I don't know what's over here. So I mean, maybe there's another way in. Now we're back up here. We're going to go turn the quest in, and then next time we're going to be running into the Bastion of Chaos to polish off all of Act 4, and then we'll start an Elite playthrough. So, thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.